So welcome back to the Parts Avatar podcast. We're still deciding what we should name this. I think I'm leaning towards the direction of Torque Talk because I like diesels and torque, and Tony has none because he's a Honda boy.
I don't really have a name or an idea because none of what we're doing yet relates to the title. Like, we're not torquing anything, so why Torque Talk? We can't be speedy boys.
Foot-pounds of torque, not like foot-pounds of torque, like engine torque. How much torque your engine has?
Oh yeah,
because diesels have more torque than gas-powered cars.
We haven't worked on a diesel yet.
My Jetta.
We haven't worked on that in the videos.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't. You sent me. You showed me a video that we worked on the Jetta.
Oil change on the Jetta.
Oh yeah, and you torqued everything down, or you have all the torque in that oil change, right?
No.
Okay.
All right.
We'll keep thinking of what we want it to be called.
Yeah, I guess we will. Today's topic actually relates to our recent trip, our Florida trip. It was a good trip. Tony's first time in Florida. So that was a fun adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also, I've rented lots and lots of cars over the years, but it's the first time I got like properly scammed renting a car.
Did you get that payment back yet?
No, it's still in dispute with my credit card.
Okay.
So the story of this payment is this. So our plane was a little bit late. So we flew out late out of YYZ into Orlando International, MCO. And obviously we land late. There's a big line at the Thrifty dollar rental place, whatever. But on my reservation, I actually went ahead and we reserved a Camaro convertible. And I waited in the line, and then they're like, yeah, here's your voucher, this, that. And they're like, oh, do you want like additional insurance or anything? I was like, no, my credit card covers it all. I don't really need anything. And they're like, okay, so here's, a $500 USD deposit for the car. You'll get it back when you return the vehicle, stuff like that. And I was like, regular, rental agreement stuff. And then we go downstairs and we stand in line again. And we find out there's no cars. They have no cars available. And like, rather than arguing with them, we're like, all right, when will you have a car? And they're like, in like 30 minutes to 2 hours. And I was like, well, that's quite a bit of variance.
You're missing a lot of parts here.
What are we missing?
We got off the plane.
Yeah.
We went to go get our rental car. There's 17 different rental car company lines.
Oh, yeah.
Some with none. And then, of course, ours had the second most amount of people.
Oh, yeah.
And there was one more that had like
a 2-hour line.
I was just like, I was so over it. I just let him deal with it. And I took the suitcases and I went and found a couch and was like, you have fun with that.
Yeah,
like,
budget car rental had like over a 2-hour wait.
Oh,
if we stood in the line.
There was probably like 40 people in line. And apparently they were mad also because there were no cars there. So ours had no cars and theirs had no cars. It was interesting to me because I didn't realize that you could rent a car that late. I thought they'd definitely be closed, but they were open.
Yeah, 24/7 at the airport for some of them. Some of them did close early, which is kind of funny because Hertz, Thrifty, and Dollar Rental are all the same company, but Thrifty and Dollar were open, but Hertz was closed. And one of the cars that we ended up getting, because we ended up changing cars, we'll get into that in a bit, was a Hertz car. Too. So yeah. It made no sense. But yeah, after waiting in line and Tony basically taking a big nap while I was waiting in line, we got downstairs and the lot attendant was trying to calm people down because people were getting quite aggravated.
Oh, not only and there were like 15, maybe 10 people in line there too. And they were all getting upset. And this guy was just like, he was a big guy. Like, he looked like he could...
Dude, the dude definitely lifted.
Oh, yeah. He looked like he could bench like 500 pounds. His arm was the size of...
my forehead.
Your head.
Yes.
Not your forehead, your
My head.
whole
Yeah.
head. And I was like, he was actually kind of nice, but I thought he was gonna throw hands right there. I was like, oh, a brawl is gonna start.
Yeah, they need a tough guy like that in case someone goes for the Camaro and they're not allowed, and he's just like, nope.
Oh yeah,
That's why
picks
he's so
him up
swole.
and throws him out of the parking lot.
But anyways, it got to us. He gave us our number and he said, the first convertible that comes in is going to be ours, and to come back in like half an hour to an hour to see. So we left. We actually were quite hungry. We went to, I think, Mickey D's.
Yeah, it was the only thing open.
Yeah, the literal only thing open. There was a Chick-fil-A, but closed.
But yeah, everything in the food court, there were so many different choices. It was magical, but they were all closed, and we had to deal with America's crappy McDonald's. McDonald's in America is so bad. Everything else is great, but McDonald's in America is just so terrible.
Except the fries.
Oh no, I didn't like them.
You didn't?
It's definitely the oil they use, but it's like you could taste the oil.
Like the McDonald's fries, I think still slap in the States, but everything else is kind of mid tier.
Yeah.
I got chicken nuggies, and they were not that great.
Oh no,
No, they were okay.
I mean, I was hungry, so I had a Big Mac combo and I crushed it.
I got a Happy Meal. I did indeed get a Happy Meal. It was the cheapest thing. It was like $4.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we go back downstairs after that, and he tells us, he's like, they don't have any convertibles. They have 2 electric cars we can pick from, or we can keep waiting for another half hour to 2 hours. And I decided that, you know what? I do not want to wait. Let's just take this electric car and come back tomorrow. And he's like, we don't even have to charge it. Just take it, drive it, bring it back tomorrow. So I was like, okay, not a problem. And he gave us the choice of a Bolt, like Bolt Cross, which is like the Chevy Bolt crossover, or a Polestar. And I was like, all right, at least let's take the Volvo car, which is the Polestar. And that thing ripped quite a bit. It was definitely quick. Tony didn't like it, but
do we want to cover that, the whole experience, like the whole driving experience now, or
yeah, I guess we could talk about it. Yeah, we can cut this up if need be, but the driving experience was pretty good, I would say.
No.
Oh, like the acceleration was good, handling was good, but just no noise. Obviously, Tony says I'm a quite aggressive driver. So Tony was basically ready to throw up after every time I floored it and braked, because it was fast acceleration, and due to the regenerative braking, it was kind of hard braking. So Tony, after a few, was like, "Oh boy, I don't know if I'll take a week of this."
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad we didn't keep that car, because that would have been awful.
Especially for drag week, right? We were there for a drag event, and we're not going to be.
Would have been embarrassing.
Not only that, it would have been so difficult to find charging stations to charge the car, because
there wasn't any.
No, there wasn't any. And going from track to track, especially going like to South Georgia Motorsports Park, there was no EV chargers there or anywhere along the way.
Yeah.
So we would have been like royally screwed to find chargers, and none of the hotels we were at had chargers either. So it's not like we could have charged them overnight. Yeah. So we needed a gas-powered car or something internal combustion. So we went back the next day, and we went to actually a different terminal, because they had more cars at the other terminal. And we talked to them, and they said, sure, they'll exchange the car to go see what they have. And the guy said that they didn't have any convertibles still, but they could give us something else, and they offered me a Camaro, the Camaro LT. And we actually already posted a review of that, and we'll link it in the description. And that Camaro LT was just the 4-banger base model, but we're like, you know what? It is better than the Polestar. And the guy said, go ahead.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
I just said, yeah, I agreed with you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go into a topic there, but he said, come back tomorrow, because they'll have a Challenger RT or a Challenger Hemi available for us if we came early in the morning.
I mean, so again, you're missing some crucial details here. We didn't just go in.
Oh no, it was
the first lot and they gave us a Camaro. It was first we had to speak to 4 people that didn't speak English.
Yes.
Right? and they didn't know what we were doing. We showed them the paper, like we said, oh, we're transferring cars. We're not finishing, we're transferring. I believe we had a different insurance at that point. And
What do you mean
then
different insurance?
that's why you got what's it called? Like you got that extra charge.
No, so actually,
that at the beginning?
let's jump into this extra
okay.
charge.
Yeah.
So when I went up to exchange the car, where the guy was offering me the Camaro, this is after running around, going to the main, going back to the lot. When I was at the lot, and the really chill, like I think he was some sort of car guy or something, right? That I was talking to. He's like, "Oh, why do you have the insurance bought on?" And I was like, "What? I didn't get insurance." Like I told him that my cards, and he's like, "No, they charge you for insurance right here. You should talk to them about it." And I was like, yeah, I didn't approve it. And that's when I had to go back to the main window again, wait. And actually they told me I didn't have to wait, to just speak with the manager, that he would deal with me directly, because there's another freaking long line to wait and speak to them.
Oh yeah.
So I went straight to the manager, and he's like, he looked at it and he's like, "Oh, well, if you didn't approve it, we can just restart the rental right now, but you have to wait in the line. Or just send us an email before the rental ends and explain the situation, and we'll just refund you the charges, since you didn't approve them." And I was like, "All right, sounds like the email option is better than waiting in another half-hour line," because, well, actually, I'd say it was about a half hour, or maybe a little bit shorter than what we waited in.
Yeah, we were in a rush. Like we didn't have time for this.
No, it was like already 12 o'clock, because we
Yeah.
had to drive from Kissimmee back to Orlando Airport, and then from Orlando we were going to St. Cloud to start our photo shoot, and it just did not make sense. So we're just like, I'll just send that email. If it's easier over email, let's just do it now,
Yeah.
right? Let's not make all these other people wait that are waiting for their cars to me deal for half an hour with this BS, basically, right?
Yeah, it sucked. It was annoying.
Anyways, so should we continue with the story of the cars? Anyways, we swapped the car again. We ended up coming back the next day because the Camaro wasn't what we wanted. We wanted a convertible because we wanted to get rollers, and we're in Florida, right? We wanted the convertible. It's what I paid for.
We were scheduled by the company to do photo shoots.
Yes.
So we said that it would be great if we could get a nice rental car, so we could, we convinced the bosses to get us a nice rental car.
Yep.
So that we could take awesome photos. I mean, I did do awesome photos with the Camaro, but we wanted something so much nicer and better.
Yeah.
And it was really disappointing that the rental companies just couldn't give us that. Like they kept making promises that they didn't really keep, and that's not good as a rental company.
And on those promises they can keep, the next day I did go back. We went back decently early in the morning. Or actually, did we go in the evening to pick up the Challenger?
Challenger? We went in the
evening.
Did we?
Yeah.
I thought it was the afternoon.
They wanted us to come in the morning, afternoon, but we ended up going in the evening because we had things to do that morning, right? We wanted to get the photo shoot out of the way. Our model was only available in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
So we went back in the evening, and at first they're like, "We have no, cool cars. They have no Challenger, no nothing." And I'm walking around the lot, and there's 2 Challengers there. Actually, one pulls in.
Yeah, one was there, and it was reserved for somebody else.
It was like a manager special or something like that. Like it was like a premium, like a Thrifty person or something like that.
Like Thrifty club member.
Yeah, a Thrifty club member, which is kind of silly because like they're like, "Oh, we got to ensure he gets what he wants." It's like, I paid for a convertible. I want what I paid for at the end of the day too.
Yeah. So
that didn't make sense to me. But the other one pulled in. I ran up to them and I was like, "Hey, there's another Challenger here. Can we at least take that?" And they're like, "Sure. You know what? We can make it happen. Let's just do that, and then we don't have to worry about it." They're like, "Oh, do you want to come back tomorrow for a convertible? Maybe try then." I was like, "No, I'm done." I was like, "I am not coming back again," because like sick week was starting. We needed to be from track to track. So they swapped us over to the Challenger base model as well. So just the V6 3.6, the same thing that they throw into the Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
And we went on our way basically from there. So
it was just a nightmare dealing with the rental companies.
It doesn't end there though.
Okay.
Because we flew back to Toronto. I sent this email that evening, that same evening that we were having the mix up with the car and everything like that. I sent the email about the insurance I didn't authorize. And then I didn't get a response. So I was like, okay, at least I sent the email. They have the date. They responded to me after we landed in Toronto and said, oh, the rental's already over, so we can't refund you. Yeah, you having fun over there?
I can't get this straw open.
Poor Tony in his juice box.
Yeah. I did it.
He got his juice box.
I'm going to spill it all over the couch.
Please don't. You got to clean that up. Boy.
Man, these are dangerous, though, okay? Like, you insert the straw the wrong way and too much air gets in, explosion. Juice everywhere. And they make these for kids.
Unplanned explosions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't say that inside an airport.
Title of my... Can I say that?
What?
Title of my sex life. Yeah, whatever.
Unplanned explosions?
Exactly.
Tony says he'll last 3 minutes, but 3 seconds in, and he's done.
Best I can do for you is 2.5.
Oh, there you go.
That's it. In and out. That's it.
Anyways, I land back in Toronto, and they say that the rental's already over, so they can't do anything. And I was like, I literally sent you the email the second day that I had that car, right? Yeah. And they can't do anything. So I sent them like more emails. I attached like more like Thrifty customer supports, and then they respond. They're like, "Well, you accepted the charges," and I was like, "You guys told me it was a deposit, the $500. And the $500 was not a deposit. It was you charging me insurance." So I kind of got fed up, and then I did a chargeback with the credit card company, and I'm still waiting to hear back.
Still,
I paid the fee, and I'm just disputing it now because I do not want to deal with like an unpaid credit card or something like that.
Yeah.
So, fiasco and a headache there. So, Thrifty, do not recommend. Didn't give me the car I wanted. Twice.
Yeah.
3 times almost, because we had 3 cars basically.
And we were very patient too. Like, that's another thing. Sure, they were patient with us, but like, they messed up.
Yeah.
We didn't mess up. And then we were very patient with them, and they still kind of didn't really honor what they promised us, which was like...
All the lot attendants were super nice.
Yeah.
But my experience with some of the people at the front, the manager lied to me. He said that I can do it over email. Email clearly didn't work. I should have just stood in that line and got that refund, because $500 USD is like $800 Canadian almost.
Oh my God.
Which is like, it was $760 Canadian.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And secondly, the lady that charged me insurance, like, I don't know if she pressed it by accident or she meaningfully scammed me. Yeah, maybe that's their practice, because I booked it online through economy bookings and I got it through Thrifty, right? So the economy didn't charge me anything. They weren't supposed to charge me anything at the thing. So that was all good because I got the rental car for a good price. And alone, I paid $320 USD for this rental car. The insurance, they charged me $500 USD. The insurance was more than the car rental. Please explain that to me. How is that not a scam?
That's usually how it is. I mean, I buy my cars for $1,000, $2,000, and I spend $5,000 a year on insurance. So
yeah.
It's usually always more expensive.
It's ridiculous.
Insurance in general is just a scam unless you use it.
Yeah,
that's a problem, right? But yeah, so that was fun. That was a
rental car Florida experience.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Next time maybe we'll go with. You know what? I've booked with Avis for so long, never had issues, and I'm even an Avis Platinum member. I am an Avis Platinum member. But their
platinum member.
Their price for a convertible was like
outrageous,
$600 compared to the $300 I paid through economy.
Well, you probably would have got a convertible.
I definitely would have got a convertible, and I'm at the stature with Avis that I don't even go to the window. I go down, I get in the car I want, and I leave. because
That's some membership right there.
yeah, because I had over 10 like perfect rentals with them
Yeah.
in a year, I think.
Yeah.
So they had no issues with me, right? So I used to like last time I was in was it Portland when I flew to Portland. Literally, I looked at my phone and they're like, when you get to the lot, open the app. And I was like, okay. Got to the lot, open the app. It's like, pick whichever car you want out of these license plates. And I was like, y'all really giving me this freedom right now? Like, not even they pre-selected a car. They let me pick the car I wanted too.
Yeah.
So I could go around and look at them and be like, nah, ooh, I want this one. So,
That's usually how a rental car agency works.
no. Typically the like when I go
If you have a certain class,
yeah,
you get to pick the car that you want, unless
if
you
you only
pay
have
for
one,
bare minimum.
unless you like they had options is what I'm saying. Because like
okay.
typically you go in like we did. We didn't have options. It was the Challenger or nothing, the Camaro or nothing.
I mean,
right?
there wasn't options there, but if there was options there, we would have. Like when I went to Greece, I bought specifically a Golf.
Yeah.
I paid for a Golf, so they gave me a Golf. But had I paid for like just that type of car, then I would have got another car.
Maybe like a Hyundai i20 or something in that category.
Sure, I don't know.
So
An Audi A4, like
definitely not the same category. But
same engine.
could be. Probably not. The base Golfs are very different than the base Audis. So
Actually, my rental experience was pretty funny too, because when I went to Greece, I bought probably like 3 weeks to a month in advance my rental car, and I paid, it was something like $50 for the entire 2 weeks.
yeah.
Terrible mistake, because there's no like parking in Greece is just hilarious. I should have just bought it while I was there, but I wanted to be efficient and be like, oh, this is the cheapest. I'm gonna pay in advance for a whole 2 weeks. Terrible. Actually, my third day there, I was like almost on the verge of like tears, because I was like, oh my God, I just ruined my vacation, because where the heck am I going to park this car? I was like, really? I was going up and down the streets of Greece, and I don't speak Greek, asking people in English, like, where can I park this car? Like, where can I find parking?
And they were all just like,
that's another story. I did find somebody, wasted a lot of money on parking, but that's another story. So when I got off the airport, I picked up the car. They wouldn't let me take the car yet, because they said you have to give in $1,000 cash deposit. I was like, I didn't bring $1,000 cash with me right now.
that sounds kind of like a scam, to be honest.
It sounded like it, but I was like, I need a car, and I don't speak their language, so I guess scam me. So they said, or you can pay $100 on credit card, and I was like, oh, well, there it is. So my $50 rental is no longer $50. It's now $150.
Yeah.
Still very little, but like I was kind of pissed off because they didn't honor the agreement that was clearly on the paper.
Yeah.
Maybe there was some fine print I missed, but that's so sketchy. But yeah, that was my rental.
Greece is still a little corrupt. That's the problem. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
The whole country's in debt.
They need to take all the money they can.
Yeah, they're trying to make their money back. But well, there are rental car experience stories from how we both got scammed on rental cars, except halfway across the world from each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't book from Thrifty, and don't book the rental car in Greece.
Well, I mean, just
Be
read the
smart
fine
with your
print.
rentals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be smart. Rent Avis.
You know what? I had fun in Greece, so they can take my money. Here you go. You guys need it more than me.
And that's why Tony is broke.
Because of a charity.
Charity.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this podcast episode. And me and Tony, we'll see you in the next
We
Torque
still
Talk.
don't... I was going to say we still don't have a title.
Yeah.
But
Torque
I guess
Talk
he's
with
naming
Alex
it Torque
and Tony.
Talk.
Or Torque Talk, TTTA. Torque Talk, Tony and Alex.
Also, I was going through our video when you said AC score.
Yeah.
Where did the C come from?
Alexander Chernetsky score.
Yeah, so not me. I'm not in that at all.
And then we called it the HVAC score.
Yeah. It should have been called the AA score. Alex Antonio.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
The Alcoholics Anonymous score. And on that note, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks, Tony.
Okay. Remember, Parts Avatar has got your back, so don't forget to subscribe to the Parts Avatar channel so you don't miss any of these exciting videos.